Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 9 of this Let's Play Victoria 2. This is the North German Federation, the army with a state. In the last episode, we started the war against Austria. We also switched our government to being a Prussian constitutionalism, and have now become what is effectively a democracy. And in the first election, we have elected the Liberal Party into power, so we are now liberals. Which means that we need to, we change a bunch of our economic policies and generally have a lot less control over what's going, but generally the efficiency is a lot better. I've just noticed that we have £92,000 saved up. We do seem to be running a deficit right now, but I'm wondering if there are some hidden increases or something. I'm not entirely sure, so we're going to watch that for a bit because I don't really want it going up quite so high, especially as a couple of our poor and middle classes are actually showing a need for materials. In the meantime, we are fighting against Austria. We are trying to kill their spheres, so Baden and Württemberg, and Bavaria, of course, and we're fighting for Bavaria. Meanwhile, down here in the south, the Ottomans are attacking from the south. The British are finally arriving here in northern Italy, and we're attacking from the north. So, let's just get on with it, I would say. Yeah, it's spiking up and down an awful lot. Okay, I think we're going to reduce the tax burden here to 40%. It's like, even if we are running a deficit, 35 even, I want my people to be at least be able to afford food and stuff. Okay, so you guys are moving to different locations. You're moving over there. Can you go via Katowice, please, so we're not suffering more attrition? You have finished here, so let's move you down to there. And we'll just keep on pushing from the north. They do have some armies over here on the side. We have a couple of armies here. Did you just lose a battle? You did. That's why you're very low on troops. Alright, let's spread you out a little bit. Denmark's on the way. The British are fighting the Dutch at sea. The Dutch do still have some armies over here and some Bavarian armies, but that's not really too concerning. We are winning this war already, and our military strength versus theirs is tremendous. So I'm really not concerned about that. Let's go and take Vienna. Like, most of these territories are falling really quite quickly. And actually, Austria has built a lot of forts. Like, we haven't got nearly that many. But we've been industrializing. We have trains. They don't. So I think we probably have done the better option. Because forts are not cheap. Like, they cost a lot of cement and stuff to maintain. Okay, you two are regaining troops rather quickly. You would actually outnumber the Dutch army now. So we could go and deal with them. Let's go and take over Munich. And you can go there. You can go here. You can go here. Keeping our armies in fairly close proximity so we can keep reinforcing where it is appropriate. Okay, Vienna has fallen, so that should be a big penalty to them. Yeah, we're slaughtering them. And you two should be ready to attack soon. Sweden's just beginning to arrive. Hi, Sweden. Welcome to the war. How are the Ottomans doing? The Ottomans are actually fighting back. The Austrian army seems to have disappeared, or else died. And we've just taken Munich. Excellent. Are you one of the defensive guys? You are currently, but we could switch that out. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have you guys positioning ready for a counter-attack. So I think I will switch out your general for someone a little better at attacking, which would certainly seem to be Colum. And let's have you roll up the Bavarian armies, and then you two come over here and prepare to face off against the Dutch army. You two are trying to take some land back. That is not acceptable. Let's go and kick you out and move you guys up. Okay. Good. How are we winning? 21%. Is it now possible to add further war goals? I believe that you need further support. We require 6.99 support for jingoism in our country, but currently only have 6.2. So apparently our people need to be angrier. Lost the siege, the Battle of Weimar. You're fighting down there. Once you two have arrived, let's go and attack. You should be fighting them and winning quite easily. You've taken the land. Let's go to move to Nitra. Are we still chasing their armies down? Not so much. Ludendorff, you're my main defense general. Oh well. Gets you some more experience. The UK has... Oh, we won. Cool, so Bavaria are now in our sphere rather than in Austria's, which is cool. And we need to bring the troops back home. So we're just going to select all of them and just go one there, whoops, damn it. One here. Oh, selected the wrong thing. There, here. Just keep them spread out so we don't suffer so much attrition. Marvellous. The Dutch wish military access. Are you still fighting someone? Yes, they are actually fighting Poland and Greece. Polish liberation of Austrian West Galicia. No, I'm not going to give you access. Because this is a war I'd quite like Poland to actually win. And then I can steal it off of Poland later, for even easier. Okay, so the battle is over. So we can once again reduce our supply limit. And we can then dramatically reduce our taxes again. And then probably our tariffs. Something like this. What's that going to do to our budget? We are still just about making money. How are we doing in terms of clergymen at this point? We are sitting at 2.04 clergymen, which seems about straight. And we need a lot more clerks still. So we really need to focus on getting clerks. Where are our focuses right now? We can actually see that in production, can't we? So in Brandenburg, we are trying to get craftsmen. We need to shift you away from that. I mean, yes, we want to continue building these up, but we also really need clerks. We should be getting them in Schlesien. Yes, we are getting clerks there. And then Sachsen, I think, is going to be the other place that we want to encourage clerks. So let's do that so that we get more efficiency from those factories. And I really wish that I could open factories, but I can't. Nothing's being invested in. We are getting army decision making, which is just making our armies even stronger. Okay, what is going to be our next priority? We're still building so many railroads. Awesome. Okay, so Bavaria is ours. We don't need to be focusing on them anymore. You even get 100 influence. Nice. Denmark, we control. Egypt, we control. Sweden, we're still trying to core, or still trying to sphere. And then the Ottoman Empire, Belgium is actually struggling against us there, so I think we're just going to outright ban the Belgians. And then with that we will continue to invest in the Ottoman Empire. Oh shit, it was the USA I should have gone after. Crap. Right, who am I prioritising? I did that completely wrong. We may well lose the Ottomans at this point. We need to focus more on the Ottomans. So we're putting more of our influence into the Ottomans, so that we should be growing faster here. And also I'm going to increase my relations with you, so that we get a bonus to the influence production, and that should help. We are making a lot of money still. Let's reduce tariffs even more so we can export to other countries, which will make the factories more profitable. Okay, now we're making a slight loss. That's fine. Until we get down to maybe 40,000 surplus, and then we can beef up the tariffs or something after that. Okay, lots of railways still being built, lots of factories being built. Our army should be recovering their manpower. The L Corps, you still 424? Yeah, you're fine. Need to encourage a couple more soldiers for you, but that is okay. Right, speed 4. Now we just need Württemberg and Baden. We'll put a 1 in Baden. Come on. Oh, I can't. Cannot influence the nation while we have a truce. How long does that truce last? Will it say here somewhere? Nope. We can also go ahead and increase relations with Baden and with Württemberg. Alright. And that will make taking them out of Austria's sphere even easier later on. Tensions in Luxembourg. Tensions between ourselves and other great powers have erupted in Luxembourg over the issue of criminal investigations. Our position is that we have the right to conduct our own criminal investigations in Luxembourg without the interference from local or foreign authorities. This position is obviously contested by our rivals. Our choice here is to either assert our position, which will be seen as undercutting Luxembourgian independence, or fall back, which means losing influence in Luxembourg. So we can gain a little bit of infamy. I don't think we are suffering too much in terms of infamy. Where the hell do you see infamy again? I know there's an easy way to see it, and I always forget. There it is. 1.4. Oh, we got nothing. So let's increase our influence there very slightly, because while we're at peace, infamy is lost. And there we go, army decision making. We have more morale and more military tactics, and we can also do the von Moltke reforms. In 1857, Helmuth von Moltke was appointed chief of the Prussian General Staff, which he soon set about reforming. Among the ideas implemented by von Moltke were a department for historical studies, extensive wargaming exercises, good idea, and a special department dedicated to cataloguing and studying the telegraph and railway networks of Prussia and how they could be used to the best effect in the event of war. The end result was that, by the time of the Franco-Prussian War, Prussia's general staff was considered the most efficient in Europe, its method soon becoming widely studied and adopted abroad. Moltke remained chief of the Prussian staff for the next 30 years and is known as one of the most brilliant strategists of the 19th century. And doing that gives us, until 1881, supply consumption -5, organisation regen +10, land organisation +5, land unit starting experience +0.5, plus a bunch of experience. Yeah, there are no downsides. So we will do that. Lovely. We need to have invented steel steamers for the Krupp Germania Werft, which gives us, wow, ship repair speed in Kiel until the end of the game. Nice. The Ruhr Boom, that also sounds good. Factory owner cost -50% for 10 years. We need organised factories. For that we have everything else. And 3 hurrahs for Germany we're still working towards. We still need to control, or sphere, this little area there. Okay, we will work on that. The girl from Munster. The coal-laden tub must have weighed heavily on her body, fragile and worn from many years of arduous labour. Oh well, we've read that one before. Mobilisation size, +1%. By pre-planning mobilisation, all reserve units had set mobilisation areas and timetables for getting equipment, boarding trains and frontal marching routes. This sped up the mobilisation vastly. We get bigger army. We're now up to 64 divisions. You know how I was saying that grows? It's growing. Right, we need new technology. I'm not convinced that we need more. I mean, we are already getting literacy growing pretty quickly thanks to our investment in technology. We could get more factory throughput. We could get clean coal, which increases all the all the mining sizes. Where is medicine? Inorganic chemistry is another good one. Farming output, farming production. It's not as important as medicine, though. I mean, the supply limit +25% is nice. So it's either between the industrial stuff, like maybe iron railroads, just because railways are so good, or we continue investing in the military. No, we'll get the iron railroads. Let's do that. Make sure that we are very advanced in terms of the railroads, because 1, it increases the speed that we can move troops around. 2, it increases the speed we can move mobilized troops around, just because I usually set like a gathering point, so all the troops go to that gathering point from wherever they may be raised from, and then they can spread out from there using the railroads. And then number 3, it makes the factories way more efficient, and also the raw material generation a lot better too. So let's do that. Actually, Bavaria, how about an alliance, eh? Will not accept. I should probably increase my relations with you then. Right, who is trying to influence us and where? Oh, they become automatically opposed as well. Nice. Ottoman Empire is still in our sphere. I could decrease the opinion of the United States so that they are no longer friendly, so they are no longer dangerous. Poland has accepted peace from Austria. Acquire Roven. Who won that? I have a feeling that Austria won it. Yeah, Roven. Austria did indeed win it. Ooh, we have a crisis. The Ottoman Aegean Islands. Between... Wait, what? That's Greece, isn't it? How is Greece a great power? It's not. Waiting on a great power backer for either side. Oh, I see, this is a crisis between the Ottomans and Egypt, neither of which are a great power, so they need a great power to support one of the sides. And I can pick it. Whoa! I didn't actually mean to do that. I guess that means I am now willing to take offers. Oh well, it means that we could be drawn into another war. Offer of backing a country in the crisis from the Ottoman Empire. I mean, they are my minion. Yeah, I will back you. Hopefully Britain doesn't back the other side. The Russians have backed the Greeks. Okay, so this is a potential war between us and the Russians. I did not mean to do that. I should have just let this crisis go. Heinrich von No! Wrangel! No! How will you ever be Tsar now? And we're about to go to war with Russia. You could have taken your rightful place. Okay, so Britain's backing us. France is backing the Russians. We can offer money or something to either side. What can we offer? Oh, I see, it's just a war goal for them. I don't think there's anything I can offer except maybe for Austria to take something from the Russians. Which would strengthen the Austrians. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Acquire state. Bujak. Would not accept. Kiev. Would not accept. Never mind then. Don't care. We have the Brits on our side. It's fine. Okay, we are still losing money. So I think we need to bump up our tariffs to 10%, just to keep that kind of positive. The Ottoman Aegean Islands crisis. Dispute over the Ottoman Aegean Islands is now escalated into an international crisis. Greece claims that the area is an integral part of their nation, while the Ottoman Empire denies that they have any claims to it and insists the state should remain under their control. At a recent conference on the matter, our ambassador made several rather militant remarks and greatly raised the tempers of all present. Should we endorse his position or issue an apology for his actions and disavow his remarks? Gain more temperature. So how would we propose a solution? Is that backing down? It's saying that Russia would accept this, demand concessions. Resolving it in this way gives us 16 prestige. UK and the Ottomans give us additional relations. The Russians, the French and the Greeks lose relations. And it's saying they will offer. They will accept. Let's try it. It's done. Oh, white peace. Yeah, which is what we want, because that just means that the Ottomans keep the land. Well, that was easy. Yay, us! And that made us third. We've just overtaken France. And we're just behind the USA. Just. And Britain's running away with it, obviously. Alright, cool. Well, that was easy. Let's reduce taxes a little bit more. Let the people buy their stuff. National Bank is growing quickly. That's usually a sign of having lots of money. Or the people having lots of money, rather. A couple of them are getting luxuries. Which is good. So our liberal economy seems to be doing its job. Making money for everyone. Alright, you are cordial in Egypt. You're neutral in both of those. Let's discredit Belgium in Egypt, and then let's increase that by 1. Now in the Ottoman territories, we have dropped the Brits down to neutral. We could do it, to cordial. We could do that again. I mean, the Belgians, the Dutch, and the Americans are what we need to do. So I think we'll hit the Belgians first, just because we've already banned them, and then I think we'll hit the Brits after that. We are growing in Sweden. That is good. Can we start influencing you? No. I do wish you would tell me when I can start doing that. Wow, Wurtemberg's 11th in the world? Really? You're a secondary power? You're tiny. You must have a lot of industry or something. Interesting. Switzerland wishes to offer us an alliance. Very well, Switzerland. Though you bailed on me previously, I will accept. Unemployment is absolutely acceptable. We are getting lots of workers pretty much everywhere. Major discovery, delegated power. This means that an officer could temporarily delegate authority to one or more of his subordinates when it came to clearly defined areas of responsibility. This meant that he did not have to control everything himself at all times and that he could focus on important questions, plus 30% morale. That's really good. Clinical thermometers and binaural stethoscopes. This new medical equipment simplified the work of doctors and improved the effect of their work considerably. Yay, more population growth. Magnificent. Look at that go up. Financially, we're still doing well. We are exporting still fruit, cloth, and cattle. And I think that... Okay, so another important facet here. I don't remember if it's a measure of prestige or if it's the measure of your grand power rating. I think it's where you are as a great power determines when you get priority on trading for stuff. So if there is a shortage of a certain type of good, if they're not in your sphere, then it is then rated by your prestige level. No, by your country level. There we go, we're second. So this means that after Britain's got all of the supplies that they need, we then get second dibs, which is why our economy is probably booming right now, is because we're getting all of the supplies that we need. There are very few shortages, even like the artillery factories are getting their stuff. Because you'll remember that we were suffering shortages of steel and explosives previously. Not anymore. One, probably because the production of those resources has gone up, and two, because we are second or third. Flipping between second and third largest nation means that we get really, really high priority on those assets. Austria's friendly already. How the bloody hell did you do that so quickly? You are opposed. Oh well, banned. So we need to improve our relations or our influence in Bavaria and in the Ottomans. So who is growing here? The Dutch and the Russians. Let's decrease opinion of the Dutch, because you're already on cordial. You're now neutral. Flipping between them. Back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, we're on the same number of points. Now we're ahead of them again. My industry can't make up its mind. Tensions in Bavaria. Tensions between ourselves and other great powers have erupted in Bavaria over the issue of criminal investigations. Our position is that we have the right... Yeah, we absolutely have the right to influence them. 100%. No ability to enact any reforms. It's unfortunate. So we could at this stage switch, even though the Liberals are the elected party, because we are Prussian constitutionalism, it still allows us to switch parties at will. I'm liking liberalism, but I also kind of want to go back to conservatism because they are more jingoistic. And I'd also like to be interventionist so I can open up more of these factories, the ones that have shut down. Though liberalism's not doing too badly for us, honestly. And conservatism is now in fact growing. People are happy with the status quo. Okay, iron railroads are almost here, which would be lovely. Let's decrease opinion of Austria. Bye-bye. And also, actually, let's increase... Oh, no, we can't. And then Denmark. Austria's neutral. Neutral. Okay, America's now friendly. That's not good. America's growing rather rapidly, too. Alright, we're full in Sweden. We can now add you to the sphere. There we go. Much better. USA has accepted status quo with Brazil. Aha, railroads. Marvellous. Okay, in which case I think we go back to the army stuff. Unless we want to invest more in our industry to make it more efficient. So probably the throughput tech would be nice. Or the clean coal. Steam turbines. I mean, we're not really lacking in terms of population. I think we're going to go with interchangeable parts. That will make some of the factories more efficient. I mean, we do small arms. We do liquor. Don't think we do furniture. Coal production. Massive output coal production, but I doubt we're low on coal. We're Germany, we produce our own. Although we could sell more coal that way. Of course, we could sell it. Especially if we have low tariffs. Yikes. The Americans are growing very quickly and the Ottomans. That's not good. Definitely need to do something about them. Unfortunately, the only thing I can do right now is discredit. I think I'm going to have to expel advisors. And I'm going to have to reduce you so we get more points in the Ottoman lands. We'll expel the advisors before they hit 100. Once they hit 100 is when it's dangerous. So we just dropped to 4th. That's not good. Oh, we can do a reform. Deal with that in a minute. Okay, now expel advisors, United States, bye-bye. We are now growing faster than they are. Yes, and then we can just ban them. Okay, reforms. Political reforms, 2 per state for the upper house. No, I'm going to increase the vote franchise. So we can make the public more conservative. I think we're going towards weighted wealth. Only the wealthy clerks and above may vote, but the rich men's votes are worth twice as much as the middle class. Yeah, I think we're going to go weighted wealth. Alright, that has swung us back towards conservatism. When's the next election? Oh, in an election we estimate the following results. 72% Liberal. Right, because the rich have double the votes as the poor. Sorry, as the middle. Poor don't get to vote at all. They're too poor, they don't give us enough money. Alright. We could also make another stack. I'm very tempted to do that. Because, yeah, it takes 10 units. We could actually... Yeah, we could raise one more stack. You know what? We'll do it. How are they built again? 4 infantry. No, 4 guards. We can get guards now. In fact, we probably just want more guards. Oh no, we can't do guards. We haven't got the breech-loaded rifle. We should do that after interchangeable parts. We're going to wait on the infantry. We're going to go 4 of these. It's 2 and 2, isn't it? And then 2 hussars. That's the 4, that's the 2. And then 4 infantry. But we'll wait until we have guards, because that will be straight after interchangeable parts. Okay, we've got a plan, it's fine. And with that, we will end this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying the series, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then do consider subscribing. And if you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.